After round 12, the verdict is in. G'day everyone, Matt Thompson alongside Match Review Panel Chairman Mark Fraser. Well, there's lots to talk about, beginning with good news for Hawks skipper Luke Hodge. He will be free to play against West Coast if he's willing to accept a reprimand. Two incidents, of course, involving Hodge from Friday night's game. The one that he's been charged over is for rough conduct against Carlton's Lockie Henderson. Negligent, low impact, high contact. One match, as we say, down to a reprimand with an early plea. Fraser?
Yeah, with this one, this was an interesting case actually. It involved a fair bit of discussion. There are two reasons why if you make a high contact with a bump you won't be charged, and that's if you don't have any realistic alternative. And obviously in this situation he did have he wasn't going for the ball, so that doesn't come into play. And the second reason is if the bump is caused by circumstances outside of your control, and that's not the case here either. He's trying to avoid his teammate, so there's no circumstances outside of his control. So with this one, he is liable for that bump, and therefore we've charged him. You
say there's a lot of discussion. What could he have done, did you as a panel believe?
Oh, with that, it's really difficult to go through all that, I suppose, and we did go through other options. We sort of looked at it from the point of view as if his Hawthorn teammate was there, would the same situation sort of arisen? And we believe that he could have done more to avoid the high contact.
All right. Now, what about the debate between reckless and negligent? Did you have that as well?
Oh, absolutely. With that one, you see him put his hand on Roughhead's back, and sort of then that's why the arm's by his side, and then he goes through and he jumps to actually try and avoid the contact with Roughhead. So whilst the high contact is made, and we believe he's liable for that, we didn't believe it was a reckless act.
And you went for low contact as well, low impact?
Yeah. And with the medical, and from what we could see, we thought there was low impact.
OK, the other incident involving Hodge is the one that's seen Blue skipper Mark Murphy hospitalised, out for a month with a fractured cheekbone, but no charge here.
Yeah, and this is comes into that first realistic alternative sort of situation. So we didn't believe that Hodge had a realistic alternative way of approaching the football. His hands are down on the ball and he turns side on to try and grab the footy. And there was that unfortunate high contact made, of course, but he's approaching the footy the right way.
So that's the question, I guess. Is it fair to say that what Luke Hodge has done here is exactly what any player should do if they're in a contest in a situation like this? He's executed it perfectly.
Yeah, he's executed it very well. He's got his hands down on the ball, so he's going for the football and he's turned his body side on to protect himself.
All right, well, there you go. That might set a bit of a standard in terms of clarity for you at home. Now, also from Friday night's game, this contact from Hawthorn's Jared Roughhead with Carlton's Cade Simpson. Talk us through your review of this one, Mark.
Yeah, with this one, you see that obviously Simpson gets rid of the ball and then Roughhead bumps him on the way through to the next contest. I spoke to the umpire who was right there and we had a look at the vision and got a medical from Carlton that came back clear, and we didn't believe that there was significant high contact with that. So there has to be the forceful high contact, and so whilst we believe there's some high contact made, we didn't believe it was enough to warrant a report.
OK, a couple more to look at quickly from the weekend's action. Fremantle's Stephen Hill and Brisbane's Andrew Rains. No charge here either?
Yeah, with this one, Hill sort of pushes out and gets Rains high. We didn't believe there's enough force in that contact to constitute a report. If the contact was seen by an umpire, then a free kick could have been paid for that. But we didn't believe there's enough force for a report.
Yeah, so dangerous action, and we can see the umpire was in the vicinity but decided just to kind of indicate that the boys should continue moving off the ground, which is what they were already doing. You say maybe a free kick, but not enough force to constitute a reportable offence.
That's right, mate.
All right, and finally, Jeremy Cameron here from the Giants with this hit on Port Adelaide's Chad Wingard. Take a look at this.
Yeah, with this one, you see Wingard handball the ball, and then Cameron initially sticks the arms up to try and stop the handball, but then comes through and collects Wingard firstly in the chest, so the majority of the force goes to the chest, and then unfortunately his arm slides up and makes high contact as well. So we didn't think that there was a striking action and there was enough force in the high contact. Medical came back clear. We thought the majority of the contact was to the chest.
Do you agree it doesn't look good, that one?
Oh yeah, it doesn't look good, but the contact's to the chest and then slides up, so that's a secondary contact high with the arm, so we didn't believe it was a striking attempt to get him high like that.
All right, Mark, thank you very much. As always, Mark Fraser, the chairman of the MRP. We have a full text report, of course, on all of the incidents looked at this week here online. Thanks so much for being with us on AFL.com.au, where footy news always happens. That is the very latest from us here at The Verdict.